I'm Chad.
I'm Dad. No, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be Dad first.
Oh yeah, you're Dad.
I'm Dad.
I'm Chad. And this is our channel.
Okay. This is some pretty thick plastic, so it takes a lot to make a scratch. Yep. It worked. Little bitty mark right there. So I'll find the center of that hole, punch it. Number 40. I don't like about that. I mean, there's nothing to hold it. So, thinking wrap it.
Yeah, that will give you more stability.
And it's just the part bows. So even if you start taking more material out, if one side and in the middle, and I may have pulled it in just a tad bit too much, but that side ended up being perfect. But still, there's nothing to hold it on the other end. So it does this. I don't know if it can be glued somehow once everything's done. And
I think it's like you said, it's your carpet or your vinyl or your whatever.
Yeah, I think I pulled that in just a tad bit too much. I might be able to bend on the tabs a little
Well, either
bit.
that or you could take some off that back side. You worry about it being pulled in. That's least your problem.
At least it's on the inside of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I say, once it's got the vinyl over it, but I'm gonna try.
Well, and you got your seat there too, so your seat.
Oh yeah, that seat will push up against it. I'll bend that tab just a little bit to see if that helps, but yeah, that does not fit. And I emailed them.
You could extend these holes.
Yeah, I
Once
could.
they screw down, it's going to cover it up anyway.
I could, but why not just give me a part to fit? So you have a CNC machine, and I emailed them and I never heard back from them. At Fly, EFI, the holes are just a little bit too narrow. They need to be drilled out just a little bit. So yeah, I can grind that just a bit to get it to fit, but I wish you would have sent the right one, or at least called me and said, hey, I appreciate you letting me know that doesn't fit, but they probably sent out 500 like that, who knows. But yeah, I'll just grind it just a bit and get it to fit on there. But yeah, we'll bring you guys the complete interior. I'm gonna do probably a 2 or 3 part video on how to put this whole interior together, at least the way I did it. Because like I said, there's no instructions, and it's there's not really a whole lot of pictures. There's some, but there's nothing showing how to trim around this fuel line and, you know, how big to drill this hole out, and just a lot of, I mean, just nothing. You know, like I said, maybe like 10 pictures, 12 pictures, and that's it. So I'll do a whole video and we'll just take it all apart, and we start at the back and worked our way forward. So we'll start with the forward baggage closeout, and then this piece, we went with this piece, and then there's a piece of angle iron under here to hold this. Then this goes on, then there's 2 Tendermans that screw in here on the flat lever assembly. And then we put these guys on and got them where we wanted them. It doesn't show anything about putting any screws here, but in one of the pictures, Rans put screws here and here to keep this down. I know the seat will be, Dad and I work 6'3", 6'2", 6'4". So we'll have the seat all the way back, almost all the way back. So I don't know if that'll be flapping or not, but I'll just put 2 screws in it and take care of it. Then this guy has to be trimmed. It's Velcroed on. Doesn't say anything about trimming it, but trim that. And then this guy goes on. It's held on with a nut plate. And then there's Tendermans under here that hold these on. And then there's angle iron inside here that gets riveted down. Rand shows an apex rivet with the instructions, well, the exploded view that, I say instructions, the exploded view showed 3/32, so that's what we used on that. Then these guys screw down, and I called Randy because it didn't show any nut plates under here, and he confirmed that these just screw right into the floorboard. There's no nut plates, there's no Tendermans, there's nothing. Just drill a number 40 hole and put that down in there. Then this guy slips in underneath here, and this guy slips in underneath that, and then you'll tape it all down, get it where you want it. That, you need to make sure it's sitting on the belly skin, not below it. We don't have our, what are these called? The boot cowling, we don't have that on. So you want to make sure it doesn't hang below the boot cowling. And then this guy, I had to measure from the inside, and no, actually, I started measuring from the inside. I took this lever off, took the screw off, took the lever off, and I just pushed this metal up against this piece here, this brass piece, and made a indentation, and that's where I drilled my hole. And then I drilled it out. I believe it's 1 1/8. I drilled it a little bit bigger than, I used the plate, the cover plate, the plastic cover plate. I think it's 1 inch. But at 1 inch, this was still hitting this arm. So I drill it to 1 1/8. And I'm hoping it will clear that cover plate. If not, I'll just have to bend the arm up a little bit. And then this guy, I just trimmed, took it apart, trimmed, put back, took it apart, trimmed, put back, until I got it exactly the way I wanted it here. Of course, it rivets here and rivets here. And we started to put this station 3. There's a metal piece that goes across here, and then there's plastic. And the metal piece that goes on here in the exploded view, it shows it going right on here, but it's hitting. So there's no instructions that tell you, hey, trim it, you know, cut it out for this, and it's got to be what has to happen. I'm going to call Rans tomorrow and just make sure before I cut something I wasn't supposed to. But the plastic piece goes over that, so I'm sure it can be trimmed and it will be fine, but I just want to make sure before I cut something I'm not supposed to. Yeah, we order avionics. We are mailing our panel off Monday. He's sending us a template because we're putting 2 GDU 460s in. He's sending a template so we can check to make sure that it's not hitting any of the surround material. Yeah, so I've been working with them up there at Pacific Coast Avionics on that. a lot of stuff back and forth on that. Yeah, that's about it. So that I can think of. But we'll do a video of this piece by piece, probably 2 or 3 part, 2 part maybe. Don't know how long it's going to take, but we'll do a complete back to front so you guys can see what we did, and hopefully that helps you guys because we've put a lot of hours in on this. So, you know, it's not the work that's the hard part, Dad and I say. It's the actual figuring out how to do the work, or where the part goes, or how much to trim, etc. That's where all the hours lie in this plane. The work is not hard. You know, it's just, I'm sure if you do these every day, it's really, really easy. But for first-time builders like us, we ask a lot of questions because we don't know. So hopefully these videos help you guys out on building your S21. And let us know if you have any questions or comments. Just put them down below and we'll answer what we can. And yeah, thanks guys.
Hey guys, thanks for watching another episode of Dad and Chad.
If you like this video, share it with your friends and give us a thumbs up,
And never miss an episode of Dad and Chad by hitting that subscribe button.
because we'll be back next Tuesday with another episode.
Thanks again for watching
Dad?
and Chad.